His name is called Jho Low, and I put an S on Jho Low means spy. He is a CCP spy by birth. He is one of two dozens of illegitimate son of Meng Jianzhu. Miles Guo reviewed before on live streaming that this Meng Jianzhu at least have 2 dozens of illegitimate sons and daughters. Okay, and that's just one of his. So he was he basically was born and given probably to a Malaysian or whatever. So he was a Malaysian. He is a Malaysian citizen right now hiding in China. Okay, in the Chinese Communist China. And then he basically recruited PrasMichel to do lobbying, to do those illegal back channel lobbying. Because if you're thinking about the picture that we just showed you about the CCP controlling puppets and doing the things that they want, this is an example how the CCP using one of their own to influence, to co-opt, to coerce, to cheat, to deceive, and to convince people to help them do the things that they wanted to get done in the United States. At that time, the Justice Department was initiated a 1MDB investigation into Jho Low because Jho Low, as Roy mentioned, had through this 1MDB embezzled. I don't know the number is 42 because I read something about 1.2 billion, but the number you mentioned is a lot bigger than I read it. So, but he was wanted. He was a fugitive, and he was wanted by many countries. One of them for U.S. for sure, and the other is Malaysia, and the other one is Kuwait. As well. They all wanted him because he has fraud schemes involved, embezzle the public money. And 1MDB is a sovereignty fund that established by the Malaysian government. Okay, so and so that time he hired Fuji, this Fuji guy, PrasMichel, to convince, to lobby the United States government to drop the DOJ to drop the investigation on his own case, on his embezzlement case. That's why he initially hired Fuji for. But, however, in this trial, at May, the timing is so important. May, because you mentioned, Roy, when April 19th, they failed. The CCP failed miserably. They started hiring people to repatriate, remove Miles Guo. Okay, so then the Jho Low and approached Michelle, say, hey, buddy, I have a more lucrative business. Okay, there's another influence campaign my boss wants me to do. So, and this is going to get you more money. Do you know how much they've already promised Michelle for doing the back channeling lobby for 1MDB? They promised 75 million already. Okay, but they say, hey, this is going to be more lucrative. This is according to the court documents. I didn't make that up. It was a quote, more lucrative opportunity. So, and then this is involving repatriating Miles Guo. So that's how it started. It was started in May. Okay, so in May, those folks are starting plotting and what people they need to get involved, identify all those folks, and then they can use their leverage, use their influence to affect the top decision maker,